Hi students, now we solve one problem based on horizontal projectile. So what is the given problem, Nana? From a certain height, if two bodies are projected horizontally with velocities u1 and u2 in opposite directions, they are projected in opposite directions from a certain height. We have to find time after which velocity vectors are perpendicular. After what time velocity vectors are perpendicular? Next, distance between two bodies when velocity vectors are perpendicular. Third point, time after which displacement vectors are perpendicular. And last one, distance between two bodies when displacement vectors are perpendicular. Clear? Here, two bodies are projected in opposite directions. One body is projected in this direction with velocity u1 and another body is projected in this direction with velocity u2 from a certain height. This is taken as a certain height. Then the bodies will move like this. First body is moving like this and reaches the ground. Second body is moving like this and reaches the ground. So both bodies are traveling in opposite directions and reaches the ground. I am assuming after t seconds, this is the position of the second particle. This is the position of the first particle. Here you draw a tangent. It gives the velocity vector. This is velocity vector of the second body v2, velocity of the second body v2. Here you draw a tangent. It gives the v1. Okay now. Velocity of the first body after t seconds v1. Velocity of the second body after t seconds t2. If you extend these two vectors back, if you extend these two vectors are back, they will meet at one point. So you assume at this point the angle between two vectors are taken as a 90-degree. Clear? Two bodies are projected in opposite directions. After t seconds, the velocity of the first body is v1 and the velocity of the second body is v2. This first body making an angle alpha 1 and the second body making an angle alpha 2 with horizontal vision. Now, if you extend these vectors, velocity vectors back, then both will meet at one point. So, the angle between two vectors is taken as 90-degree. At that angle, 90. Now, we calculate time. To calculate the time, first we write the velocity vectors. What is the velocity vector of first body and velocity vector of the second body after t seconds? We know velocity vectors. Velocity vector of first body after t seconds. Then velocity vector v bar is equal to this velocity v1 having two components. One is vertically downward and one is a horizontal component. Now horizontal component does not changes. So here horizontal component is u1 into I cap. Vertical component is acting downward direction. That's why take it as minus. And vertical velocity gt, that is equal to gt into j cap. These velocities we got from this equation. V is equal to u plus at. We know now. Along horizontal direction, acceleration is equal to 0. That's why horizontal component of velocity does not changes. In vertical direction, initial velocity is equal to 0. So V is equal to at will come. But a freely falling body, that's why a value taken as plus g, then we get gt into j cap. But it is downward direction minus gt into j cap, we can write. That is the velocity vector of the first body after t seconds. Similarly, write velocity vector of second body after 2t seconds. V2 bar is equal to, here if you observe, its components are acting like this. Horizontal component is in this direction along the negative x-axis direction, and vertical component of velocity along the y direction. These two velocities are acting along negative directions. So V2 bar is equal to minus u1 into I cap minus gt into j cap will take. What we have to calculate? Time after which velocity vectors are perpendicular. Now, if two vectors are perpendicular, then the dot product between two vectors is equal to 0. What? If two vectors are perpendicular. Two vectors are perpendicular, their dot product equal to 0. Dot product. Here V1, V2 are taken as perpendicular. So that's why V1 bar dot V2 bar is equal to 0. V1 bar is equal to, U1 into I cap minus GT into J cap dot U2 minus U2 into I cap minus U2 into I cap minus J2 into J cap is equal to 0. Now in dot product, we multiply I components and j components. Here, if you multiply I components, then you get minus u1 and u2. These two multiply, minus into minus plus g square t square you will get. If you multiply both, then you get minus u1 into u2 I components. Next, j components, minus of minus plus gt g square t square will come, that is equal to 0. From this, g square t square is equal to u1 u2. Finally, we can get time t is equal to u1 u2 under root by g will come. After this time, both velocity vectors are perpendicular to each other. Okay, here time t is equal to under root of u1 u2 by g after this time. Now here second point we have to calculate separation between the two bodies when velocity vectors are perpendicular. Now the separation means this is the separation between two bodies. From the tower, this is the second body traveling distance, this is the first body traveling distance. First body traveling distance is taken as x1, second body traveling distance is taken as a x2. Then separation between these two is equal to x1 plus x2. Clear? Okay. So distance between these two bodies when velocity vectors are perpendicular, x1 plus x2. Then along the horizontal direction, body moves with constant velocity. So x1 is equal to u1 into t plus x2 is also equal to u2 into t. From these two terms, you take t common, then you get u1 plus u2 into t. This is the distance between two bodies when velocity vectors are perpendicular. Okay, velocity vectors are perpendicular at t is equal to root over u1 u2 by g. So then separation is equal to u1 plus u2 into root over u1 u2 by g we will get. This is the separation between two bodies or distance between the two bodies when velocity vectors are perpendicular. Clear? Next, after what time displacement vectors are perpendicular? Now here two bodies are projected opposite directions. I am assume after t seconds, this is the position of the second body and this is the position of the first body. Displacement vector we want. So displacement vector, the line joining initial and final point gives the displacement vector. So this is initial position, this line gives the displacement vector, and This line gives the displacement vector. So this is taken as a S2 displacement vector S2. This one is taken as a displacement vector S1. The direction of displacement vector from initial point to final point. So after what time? Angle between them 90 degrees perpendicular. So to find that, first we have to write displacement vectors. So displacement vector after t seconds first we write for first body. First body displacement vector we know. What is the first body displacement vector? S1 bar is equal to now here its horizontal distance. This one is taken as a x1 horizontal distance and vertical distance is taken as a h1. Now here already we know displacement vector. Displacement vector S bar is equal to ut into I cap minus of gt square into j cap. This is the displacement vector. Here it is traveling along positive x direction and negative y direction. So displacement vector for first body is equal to displacement along positive x axis and negative y axis plus u1 into t I cap minus of gt square into j cap. This is the displacement vector for first body. Second body displacement vector S2 bar is equal to, now here second body traveling along negative x axis and negative y axis. That's why minus u2 into t I cap minus of gt square into j cap will come. These are the two displacement vectors. So displacement vector perpendicular, then the dot product is equal to 0. We know that condition. That's why S1 bar dot S2 bar is equal to 0 because these two are perpendicular. S1 bar dot S2 bar. S1 bar is equal to, we know, U1 into T I cap minus of GT square into J cap dot U2 into T I cap minus of GT square into J cap is equal to 0. Now here minus is there. Multiply dot product, multiply I components and multiply j components. So if you multiply these two, then you get minus u1 u2 into t t square minus into minus plus 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 1 by 4 g into g square t square into t square t power 4 is equal to 0. This term, one term take that side, then you get 1 by 4 into g square t square is equal to g square t power 4 is equal to u1 u2 into t square. Now here t square t power 4 is there. This t square cancelling t square times. So remaining term take that side, then you get t square is equal to u1 u2 4 into u1 u2 by g square you will get. Finally time t is equal to 2 by g into root over u1 u2 we will get. After this time both displacement vectors are perpendicular to each other. Next, second point, fourth point. So when the displacement vectors are perpendicular, what is the separation between these two bodies? Separation between these two bodies is equal to x1 plus x2. So fourth bit, separation is equal to x1 plus x2. So distance is equal to x1 plus x2. So that is equal to x1 is equal to u1 into t, x2 is equal to u2 into t. If you take t common, then you get u1 plus u2 into, instead of t you substitute this value 2 into root over u1 u2 by g. So this is the distance between two bodies when the velocity vectors are perpendicular. D is equal to u1 plus u2 into 2 into root over u1 u2 by g, time t is equal to 2 by g into root over u1 into u2.